of public procurement showing a significant savings that resulted from implementation of the new procurement code. In terms of the World Bank, I think that where I see a need for improvement is compliance is important, and we need to continue to comply with the procedures. But we need to match compliance and efficiency. So as we were discussing a little bit earlier, more effectiveness, be diligent in terms of moving to the next steps, ensuring that actions are taken. If offers are due, let's say, the 20th of June, you need to make sure that the 20th of June you open the bids. And then you should not take 3 weeks or even a month to do the report. You have to put the team together very quickly and ensure that diligently the analysis is made. And if you work like that along the procurement chain, you should see some results. So I think that we still need to work together to improve the capacity, because we see that in some MDAs, the capacity is not necessarily there. So that means that a review that could take place in a few days can take a few weeks. And here, I think that there is still potential and room for improvement.
And how would you react to the recent cashless policy that is being pushed by many state governments in Nigeria?
I would say that the principles have been put in place, but I think that we still have to see the full benefit of the cashless policy as we see in Kenya, where I think that almost everybody is using the e-wallet with the M-Pesa system. So I would like really to encourage the authorities to move much faster. As a matter of fact, I told my team that I would like us also, the World Bank, to get involved into it. Why? Because clearly, you were talking earlier, the farmers, how much money are they getting for their product? But where do they put their resources? You see? If they give the cash at home, you have a risk of being, for them to be, for this money to be stolen, then not getting interest, if they keep it at home. So how do you gradually integrate the system so that people can have access to this mobile system? In my view, it's really an area where I see a lot of potential. Unfortunately, Nigeria still, as you know, suffers also from the lack of power, of lack of electricity. Very often you go to this ATM, to this cash machine to withdraw money, and it's not working. In some cases it's due to, power failures, but also, technical failures. I do think that even myself, when I want to use my ATM card, I think that for a country at the level of Nigeria, we should see a much smoother system in place. But I believe that the authorities, the central bank authorities, have acknowledged that, and I'm hoping that in the next 12 to 2 years we should see, a difference. And I'm certainly hoping that, because I think that it will make a significant difference in terms of poverty reduction, in terms of the opportunities that women have. And already you are aware of what the Minister of Agriculture has done to put in place the e-wallet, to allow the farmers to get their subsidies directly and be able to go and claim, their fertilizer. I think this type of platform could be expanded and be used for various purposes. I also heard recently that the government has decided to deliver ID cards, I believe 13 million ID cards that could be used not only for them to register information, but also to be used as also an e-wallet to receive subsidies from the state, which will facilitate the targeting of subsidies towards the poor. But also, once the system is operating, it becomes an instrument that families, households, poor women can use. So I see in a country like Nigeria a great potential to improve the cashless economy, but we still have progress to make.
We understand that you were deployed from Congo to Nigeria, so one wonders how much of adjustment have you made in adjusting to the stereotypes and some of the sentiments that people have about the World Bank, which you feel you need to correct?
Well, I mean, in discussing with people, you can see that people want to see the World Bank much closer to the citizen, much closer to the beneficiaries. there was a sense that maybe we were not as flexible, but we were a little bit rigid, and we were not listening. So I think that it's quite encouraging. We are certainly not perfect. We are listening. In fact, we conducted recently a country survey, and I think that what came out of this country survey was that the World Bank was relevant in Nigeria, that they were expecting us to play still an important role in development. They wanted us to work much more closely with the beneficiaries and the communities going at the local level, which is what we are doing. You see, even our review is no longer in Abuja, but we go around the country and we bring the actors at the local level. We don't stay in the office, we go and see what is happening. You were with us, we were able to see 6 projects over the past 2 days. And I think that we need to continue to listen more to what the client is telling us.
Mrs. Francoise Marie-Nelly, it's been a wonderful moment having you in this edition of Network Africa. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
A time comes in the life of every race when people are driven by echoes of the past to chart a course for an exalted future. Africa is at this threshold, as major actors in the Africa arena plot a renaissance towards common destiny. Let's pedal across the streams of yesterday, through the back streets of Africa, to the defining roles of policymakers, the political realities of the African nation, balance of power, and the strive to sustain national interest and identity. Join us on Network Africa on Channels Television. Network Africa, the rallying point for the emergence of a new Africa.
Life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips. invite us to your home. Now we invite you to our homepage. Join Channels TV on social media.